Ever since he launched his invasion of Ukraine, there has been a constant string of reports that Vladimir Putin is suffering from some kind of illness. Given his age, 70, the speculation has been rife that he is suffering from Parkinson's and/or cancer. The Kremlin has made repeated denials that Putin is sick, as their leader deals with the backlash from the international community, and criticism from within his own country over his invasion of Ukraine. This situation is not helped by US intelligence officials who appear divided over his health. So, what does the evidence say? In May, audio emerged in which a Kremlin-linked oligarch appears to suggest Putin has blood cancer. The recording ended up with New Lines magazine, and contained the claim that the president was very ill. Then during the Moscow Victory Day parade, the Russian leader was seen with a blanket over his legs. This was a very odd look for an event that is a display of strength. He looked like a cold old man. Other photos appear to show track marks on his hands, which some commentators have speculated could come from intravenous drips. Lord Richard Dannatt, the former UK Chief of Staff, noted that keen observers are noticing that his hands are looking pretty black on top, which is a sign of injections going in when other parts of the body can't take them anymore. It was the Sun newspaper who claimed to have seen an email report where a Russian intelligence source confirms that Putin has been diagnosed with early-stage Parkinson's and pancreatic cancer. The same source claimed there were rumors that he had prostate cancer as well. He went on to confirm that the Kremlin would of course deny these claims, and that Putin was being given steroids and new forms of painkillers to help him cope. The steroids would confirm the seemingly ever-increasing puffiness of Putin's face. This is a comparison picture of Putin. Yes, there has been some time between the two, but only 17 years. It's a startling difference and shows a real unhealthy change. But my favorite bit of evidence is the irrational behavior. Another famous dictator, Adolf Hitler, experienced the same as Parkinson's took over his life. Do you remember this picture, the way Hitler hid his hand and the distinctive trembling often associated with the disease? Putin was known for his calm, matter-of-fact demeanor, but since the invasion, Putin's behavior has been defined by angry, bizarre outbursts, such as branding Ukrainian leaders as Nazis and drug takers, or denouncing his own people as traitors. It is well known in the medical fraternity that psychosis and behavior changes can be a common symptom of Parkinson's. Between 20 to 40% of people with Parkinson's report experiencing hallucinations or delusions. Okay, we lied. Our favorite rumor comes out of Russia, where someone in his protective detail claimed that the leader soiled himself after slipping and falling at his official residence. Apparently, the jolt from falling can cause involuntary defecation amongst those suffering with bowel cancer. We are not sure if this is true, but it made us laugh. But is he really sick? We cannot know for sure unless he released his medical records, and that is highly unlikely. Even if he dies suddenly, it's most likely the Kremlin will issue a statement that covers up the reality. So for now, all we can is surmise. Defense and security expert Professor Michael Clark said there was no convincing evidence that Putin has Parkinson's or cancer. He is known to hit the Botox quite heavily and he moves around with doctors. There's known to be a little team of doctors who are never far away, and it's said that he leaves meetings at frequent intervals to go and consult with somebody. I suspect that he's only a hypochondriac, to be honest. But does the Botox really explain the bloated face, or it is as a result of preemptive medicines given to him just in case? Hitler was also heavily medicated in his early years for no apparent reason. He was given meth amongst a battery of other drugs to get him started in the morning and to help him manage through the day. He was then given opiates to help him sleep. Is Putin having similar treatment? As already mentioned, the US intelligence services are sending mixed messages on this topic, with intelligence officials claiming in June that he was being treated for advanced cancer, and then a month later the head of the CIA lamented that Putin was entirely too healthy, and therefore not sick at all. The Ukrainians do believe he has cancer but have put his expected death years into the future. So, what do we think? Clearly all is not well with Vladimir Putin. It doesn't have to be cancer or Parkinson's. It could just be plain old mental health issues. There is no sane man who invades a neighbor and who carelessly throws their nation to the wolves. Something is broken in him, we don't know what it is, but what we do know is that it will end very badly for him one day, hopefully soon.